Okie dokie, chat. Let me recap exactly how my 5K experience went. I didn't kill anybody before turn 3. But more importantly, I didn't have Adrana and Linvala because my local game store didn't have one. So I played a Gemstone Caverns instead. Round 1 I parented Yogg, get absolutely destroyed by them playing a turn 3 Yogg. Lose that round. Round number 2, I compared into Prowess. And my Prowess opponent has 2 Lava Darts and 3 Unholy Heats in their hand. And then I went home. Then I went home. That was actually, I know, I take it back. I didn't go home. I went out and I bought Adrana and Linvala. And then I went home. I'm trying out a pretty unique list today. I might save this fetch. I think I'm going to save this fetch. And the list that we're trying out actually has 0 Tyvars. Honestly, Tyvar was hot ass all day for me. Both matches I played Tyvar, I milled Craterhoof Behemoth, Squirrel Girl, Green Sun Zenith was fucking Lava Dart's back. I just love playing against Lava Dart. I can't stop playing against Lava Dart. Ooh-wee. But, no, Tyvar was terrible. I milled my Craterhoof twice. I didn't even activate it very many times. I kept milling on my win cons. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? What am I getting? Mayhaps Fiend Artisan? It's either Fiend Artisan or Shang-Chi. Is this fire? It's kind of large. I'm gonna grab a Fiend Artisan. I don't know if it's right. Finale's trash, that's why. Like, Finale's so much worse than Rhythm. I'd rather play an Eternal Witness, but Eternal Witness, like, it's pretty whatever. Yeah, my Fiend Artisan doesn't die to Bolt. That seems pretty good here. I'll update the deck list after this game. After this match, I should say, because I'm already down like 8 minutes on clock. Shouldn't be a very long match, though, one way or another. Dryad Arbor. The snap cut Tyvar based on your incredibly small sample size. I mean, I've played this deck enough. Tyvar just made me sad all day. So what if and you know what didn't make me sad? Fiend Artisan plus Shang-Chi plus Formidable Speaker. And Badgermole. Badgermole doesn't make me sad either. I love you, Badgermole. I don't want to go about this. I don't really want 2 Horizon Canopies. So I think I'd rather take minimal damage. So I can Fiend Artisan, then untap Fiend Artisan. But I need a Shang-Chi and a Druid. What else can I get? Guys, go get Crater Hoof. I could just go. No, well, yeah, I could just go get Crater Hoof. Is that good enough? Let me see here. Does Wirewood Symbiote do anything? Bounce my speaker to untap Fiend Artisan. I think if I had another card in my hand, that'd be pretty decent. But I'll upload a chat. Give me time. I don't know if Hoofing's actually good here. Each one of these makes 4 mana. I'm not convinced Hoofing's super good. Squirrel Girl's like not a bad idea either. I don't hate me a Squirrel Girl. Yeah, but Hoof's not lethal. Because I have to untap one of these and then tap it again, and I'll have no. All my creatures are tapped. I'm gonna get a Shang-Chi. Actually, not Squirrel Girl. I don't know. I overpaid if I want to get a Shang-Chi. I'm gonna get a fucking Squirrel Girl. I love squirrels. I wonder if they love it at this. Looks like no. What I should have done was get Shang-Chi. Because I think I could have gotten Shang-Chi in Squirrel Girl. I think that would have been way better. I mean, my opponent's on 1 land, so I don't even know how threatening any of this is. What I should have done was Shang-Chi in the Squirrel Girl. But also, like, Kratos lethal now. Yeah, where's our Hermit? Whoop, Shang in Nei Chi. 1 top, 1 bottom. My forest. How dare you? There's the Shang-Chi. I found him. So I could turn something into Devoted Druid. Turn a squirrel into Devoted Druid. And then I can untap Fiend Artisan and then go grab the other piece. This forces the lava darts out of them. Infinite squirrels. I love squirrels. Do you love squirrels? There's no reason for me to do this, by the way. What up, Pygonty? How you doing? I could break magic online with infinite squirrels. I should probably stop. If you beat prowess, I sub. Mission accepted. Challenge accepted? I don't even know what the fucking phrasing is anymore. I gotta stop making squirrels. I'm gonna break magic online. So many squirrel. Oh my god, what did I do? Go back to shrinking the board. Fucked up. I didn't make enough mana. Why is it still clicking? Because I have to make 16 power squirrel. 17 power squirrel. I guess it's even more than that. 18 power. Yeah. Uh-oh. I have a 1/1 squirrel. Okay. Crystal Barricade. Took up a lot of time, I'm not gonna lie. That was the only thing I boarded against prowess today, was just the Crystal Barricade. And I think I'm gonna stick with that being the only thing I'm gonna board in here. Vaccine Bobble's like not that bad. But I don't know if it's something I want to be messing with. Could cut the Horizon Canopy and be a greedy person. Or I could cut a Dryad Arbor and be a little bit less of a greedy person. I mean, so much of my shit already dies to Lava Dart. Hmm. My greedy ass wants to cut a land so badly. Maybe I don't need this Wirewood symbiote. Let's try cutting the Wirewood symbiote. No, I don't think Kenai is good against prowess. No, Sigard is a big hexproof creature that also stops living in. And it also stops Shieldred's Edict against Blue-Black Frog. But the flying hexproof is what's important. Halflingo. I don't know if I'm supposed to animate Windswept Teeth. I guess it depends on what they do this turn. Bolts the halfling. Oh, now I don't get a choice. I'm definitely just gonna get a forest, then animate a forest, I suppose. Don't kill my cub, thanks. Can you replace Outland Liberator with anything else? I mean, the gorilla is so much worse. So no, I don't think I can. Reclamation Stage is like not that bad though. If people start playing Curse Totem again. I don't know if anybody's actually gonna be playing Curse Totem. Other than Timmy, I guess. So pretty much nobody's playing Curse Totem. Yeah, they found a bunch of cantrips. Which means I'm not dead. I probably have to figure out how to kill them next turn. Which is going to be a challenge. I think we can do it. Unless they just kill me. It's chill. I didn't want to leave anyways. They were dead next turn. It would involve shocking the Temple Garden, Badger Mole the Temple Garden, and then Nature's Rhythm, grab Shang-Chi. I don't even know. From there, I guess I'd have to draw something else too. I'd have to draw another Mana Dork. I'm sure we could figure out a way to do it. Maybe Fiend Artisan. But I did the Shang-Chi out already. I think there was a way. If I drew a mana dork, then I was good. Yeah, I lost the die roll to Yogg, and I lost game 1 because I lost the die roll in the 5K. And then I lost game 3 because I couldn't go tutor up Drawn on Linvala because I didn't have one. But if I could have gotten Drawn on Linvala, I would have won that game. So I was facing down the board of like Yogg and 2 wolves, and I was sitting there with a Vizier. Vizier, a pretty good card against Yogg, as it turns out. Gemstone Caverns in all formats. I mean, it's not a bad idea. To your dreams. Think we're obligated to keep this hand. Now the question is, what am I gonna green Sun Zenith for a Dryad Arbor? Or am I gonna save the green Sun Zenith? And that I don't know. I'm probably supposed to get the Dryad Arbor. Like, I could also just Lush Portico, but then I feel like I'm gonna be too far behind, so I should probably just go get the Dryad Arbor and hope to top deck like one more piece. Just so bad in the Lava Dart here. How does this deck function without the full art Shang-Chi? It doesn't. If you're playing the non-full art Shang-Chi, you're guaranteed losses. Non-stop. When you have the power of the dragon with you. Dragon D's. I loved you, Dryad Arbor. I loved you. Such an edgy Shang-Chi. Could you get a better Shang-Chi, please? This one's too edgy. Drawing ley line was not good here, by the way. I guess it is if I can cast it. But even then, it's kind of whatever. Just kill my Beseiju. I wonder if they are going to kill the Beseiju here. They're not going to kill the Beseiju. I feel like playing Leyline here is just too bad. I try to win, but I get stopped by Lava Dart. Maybe it's still my best bet. The thing is, like, maybe I just get a Crystal Barricade. I actually might like that better, because I could grab Devoted Druid and then untap Devoted Druid, and then they Lava Dart it. So I can't even get the Vizier to go infinite. Like, maybe Crystal Barricades does something decent. I can go grab a Fiend Artisan next turn. I don't know if it's right, but we'll try it. I mean, it's not infinite, because they just Lava Dart my Devoted Druid. So it's, like, not infinite? I don't know. If they didn't have the Lava Dart, then it's definitely worth it, right? Cutter. What? This doesn't hit anything but Crystal Barricade. That's so unhinged. Yeah, nice Crystal Barricade, I guess. Common Barricade L. I'm just gonna kill my Dryad Arbor. Yeah, Mega Mind Brain. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't hit late line. You see my top 5 with Grixis? No, I didn't. 2, 4, 5, 6. Huh. What about get a speaker? I discard this and I grab Fiend Artisan. I shock, tap, speaker. I don't think there's a speaker line here. Squirrel Girl line? Maybe there is a speaker line. I'm gonna have one from Shang-Chi, one for abilities. Get to untap that, play Fiend Artisan. I have one for Fiend Artisan, so I could sack this. Get only a 1-drop though. Squirrel Girl line? It's really hard. Maybe I still get the speaker. Just leave it as a 4/4. How'd the event go today? I went 0-2 drop. Played against Yawgmoth and I didn't have a drawn in Linvala, and I played against Prowess and got lava darted out of the game. Hopefully they can't trigger cutter. Yeah, I have the second paper. Can be pretty interesting. Yo, poker full art Shang-Chi. I didn't play 4 Shang-Chi today though, I only played 2. Although if I were to run it back, I think I'd play 4. Card's so gas. They have a lightning bolt. I take 2, 4. Not lethal, so I should just block the DRC. Maybe I should just not block. If I don't block and they bolt me, 2, 4, 7, 10, 11. Because I can't hit delirium. They have lava dart. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No blocks. Don't care, no blocks. Unless I counted wrong, which is entirely possible. I counted wrong. I counted 13. I count wrong? Am I dead? No. I'm alive, chat. You're just gaslighting me constantly. Oh, chat. Chat, chat, chat. Never not gaslighting me. Oh my god. I can't believe we didn't time out. Fastest player in the West or something like that. Alright, where's my sub, Pyganti? I was promised 1 sub in exchange for high cortisol levels. "26 seconds versus 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Brother, I showed up 8 minutes late. He's not dead. Wafo's not dead. By God, thank you for the sub. Zajad, thank you for the 5 bomb as well. Much appreciated. Oh God. Green, white, Druid. Tyvarless Druid. Wait, I don't even think this is the right build. Did I export this? Hold on, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm stressed. And I have to pee. Sometimes it doesn't copy the link. I almost did edit com deck, and then I linked a really funny video of somebody quote retweeting the Doctor Doom movie with UMVC of Doctor Doom doing foot dives on Thor. I could probably show this. When Lantern Control, I bought 7 boxes of sleeves. Wait, hold on. Look at this chat. They're quoting the Marvel Avengers Doomsday. This shit's so funny. I swear, you will beg for hell long before I grant it. Doom. So optimal. So ridiculously optimal. I got like 20k likes. Yeah, I love all the references from Deadpool. Alright, I gotta read chat. Hold on. I gotta scroll up like at least 5 minutes worth of messages. Holy crud, this deck is hard until the clicking begins. Click like the wind. Click, 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 click. Speed running click simulator. You can click at a rate of 3.8 mana per second. W carpal tunnel combo. W carpal tunnel. New cookie clicker variant. Jesus Lamau. MTGO really needs a loop detector. Yeah, that'd be nice. If you tap your mana and Druid, don't you have to click the floating mana? No, you still have to click the floating mana because it doesn't let you untap your Druid because untapping your Druid is not a mana ability. I'll be honest, I didn't think you'd get there. Hater, demcheeks.com. Don't click that. Let's fucking go. Your opponent's rude, the stress. Yellow Hat would be proud. Yellow Hat would have timed out. I can't believe we didn't time out. Any opinions on Fraser Farm meatballs? I've never had them. Rip Waffo, he's not dead. Pony up, Pygonti, facts. Won the match, and on principle. Wait, Squirrel Girl's actually good? Yes. When Lantern Control, I bought 7 boxes of sleeves with your code. Well, thanks, Timmy. Is the flying on birds pretty relevant? The evasion is like why you played over Noble Hierarchy? Yeah, exactly. I wasn't the last match either. Alright, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Why'd you cut Tyvar? I kept milling a bunch of Green Sun Zeniths and my Crater Hoof, and I decided Tyvar ain't it. Shang-Chi's just better. I'm back, chat. I'm back. And my cortisol is higher than ever. So yeah, let me like explain, or I could just not explain what's going on in this new build. But pretty much, I was so freaking sick of Tyvar milling nothing but spells and my top end that I was like, what if I just don't play Tyvar? And I was thinking about this on the way home because I, O2 dropped like a Giga Chad. And I was thinking about what if I just play like more formidable speakers? Because one, it's less random, and two, I'm not gonna mill my Crater Hoof. So, also like formidable speaker Shang-Chi, insane combo, absolutely insane combo. It turns formidable speaker into like a hasty mana dork of sorts. So I was thinking maybe a Wirewood symbiote would be nice to pick up a formidable speaker and untap like a Fiend Artisan or a Shang-Chi. It's kind of another combo right there. So I have the one copy of Wirewood symbiote in here. I don't know if I'm ever going to tutor it, but it might come up in some fringe situations. Fiend Artisan, very good. The more formidable speakers and Shang-Chi's you have also. Maybe this should just be fourth formidable speaker, really. Not 100% sure. I put a second Vizier in here because sometimes I just wanted a second Vizier and didn't want to play Eternal Witness. In case they like Solitude the Vizier, if I have to play it or whatever. Like against Yawgmoth, playing this as a creature is just kind of okay because it has very relevant text against the card Yawgmoth of saying, if one or more -1/-1 counters would be put on the creature you control, that many -1/-1 I put it on instead. So it's like Yawgmoth can't kill any of your creatures at that point. So I think I wanted a second one of these. And I've got the same bullshit from the other day. Mana base wise, we're down to just green-white. Pretty much, except for the one drawn on Linvala, so I figured it's still worth playing an Overgrown Tomb for the drawn on Linvala. In case we don't have a Delighted Halfling or Birds of Paradise, and we need to tutor it with Formidable Speaker. That's why we have the one Overgrown Tomb. But I think playing a Lush Portico is probably okay, and then a couple copies of Temple Garden still. Same with the Horizon Canopy. For the sideboard, I cut the Fatal Pushes and replace them with the Roads. It's pretty much just white Fatal Push. I don't know. But worse, I guess. Killing Planeswalkers like Ashiok could be relevant sometimes. That many -1/-1 counters -1 are placed on it instead. Something like that. I get a lot of questions about Sigarda. Sigarda is pretty much just a giant flying hexproof creature against decks like Esper Blink. My worry about Sigarda is that she's not big enough to punch through a Riddler. So if they Riddler Ephemerate, for example, maybe Sigarda's just not good. I don't know. I haven't really gotten to test Sigarda as much as I wanted to. But she does have other applications against like blue-black Frog where they can't Shelly's Edict you. But then again, the Frog could be big enough to be able to eat Sigarda as well. So I don't even know if Sigarda's worth the slot, to be honest. Also very good against Living End because you can't sacrifice permanents. Yeah, that's about where I'm at right now. I'm gonna catch up on chat because I think Pygonti asked a question. What if I played Hedron Crab and milled them? No. The more time we spend on the 15 sideboard slot, the more likely the O2 drop. Oh, 100%. It's a fact of nature. I think I'm supposed to keep this hand and then surveil on turn 1. Have you thought about Enduring Vitality? I don't really see a use case for Enduring Vitality because all your stuff makes mana anyways. I guess if you have 2 formidable speakers, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what a good use case for... If you already have an active Squirrel Girl, you're probably in a good spot anyways. I feel like it's one of those cards that's good when you're ahead and bad when you're behind, and I don't think we can afford to play too many more of those. Because Tyvar's bad. Tyvar is bad when he mills a bunch of Green Sun Zeniths and my Craterhoof Behemoth. And doesn't hit anything, it makes me sad. I'd rather just have less randomness and more consistency, I think. Tyvar's good when he's good, but he's also very bad when he's bad. He works on both extremes. Just a high variance card. Yeah, he's either the best card of all time and he wins you the game on the spot, or just fucking blows. Just blows and you waste your turn. Avabrook Caretaker. Hexproof at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put 2+1/+1 counters on another target creature you control. Daybound 6/6 hexproof. Other permanents you control have hexproof at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put 2+1 each creature you control. I mean, that's interesting. It's also 1 more mana than Sigarda. Can I win? Can win, maybe? Shang. No, can't win. I could play Shang, but if they have Eldrazi Temple, Revealed Chrysalis. Wait, can win? No. Wait, can win. Hold on. The brain needs to brain real quick. We get Dryad Arbor, tap the Shang for 1 mana, get the Nature's Rhythm, but I don't have any way of... get the Druid. 4 mana, flash it back with both Viziers in my hand, so I have to get a Birds of Paradise instead. I can make Infinite Squirrel Girl. Does Fiend Artisan do it? Actually. No. I don't think so. Is there another line I'm missing here? Can I get... I can't quite get a Formidable Speaker. I'd like to send you an ice cream cake. It's okay, I'm trying to lose weight anyways. I'm down like 14 pounds so far. I guess I might as well get the Fiend Artisan instead of attacking for 2. Because that Fiend Artisan can activate, sacrifice the Lush Portico, go get the Birds of Paradise. I can cast the Vizier. And I just have like +1 Fiend Artisan. Well, I mean, that's what I wanted to go search. You like squirrels? I love squirrels. No, come back. Do you like squirrels? You didn't answer me. Yeah, so this is why Cub got banned. Wait, is Drawn on the Baller like Loki cracked? No, right? Wait, actually? Maybe. It takes away the Eldrazi Sign's ability to get sacrificed. And they can't adapt Brood Scale either. I mean, is that even worth it though? Seems kind of like whatever. Like, I'd rather just try to win the game instead. I can just bring it FOV. Try it. I mean, like... I think I'm going to be light on spots, or tight on spots anyways. Infinite nuts for infinite squirrels. It is pretty draw dependent, and maybe not something I'm willing to try necessarily, because it also just gets eaten by Kozilek's command if they can K command for 6. But then again, like, I don't know. I'm already bringing in 5 cards, so I'm gonna have to figure out 5 cuts as is. This is the hardest part about the deck by far, is sideboarding. And I think I'm just gonna trim stuff. Dryad Arbor is pretty bad in a Kozilek's command, so I wonder if we go down to 1 Dryad Arbor. Just be the greediest mofo. I think I want to play the 2 Viziers still. I could trim one of these. But I think the more I play this deck, the more I dislike trimming these cards. So it's like, what do I want to trim at that point? Maybe another Shang-Chi, go down to 2 Shang-Chi. That's not very many Shang-Chi. I'd rather cut a Formidable Speaker, because I don't have a lot of time to tutor in the matchup, maybe. Let's try that. Maybe I could cut a Birds of Paradise, but then, like, cutting too many 1-drops also presents an issue. I don't think this hand presents an issue. I think this hand's hot fire. How you doing, Thailand? What up, what up? Top deck FOV. Damn, we're not a big ripper. Oh, we gotta try to draw to FOV now. Druid is a fickle deck. I'll say that much. They can float, adapt, get the blade. So I'm probably dead. Let's assume for a second I'm not. I missed tap, but I'm probably dead anyways. I was supposed to tap like that and then play the birds also. But I should just be deceased here. Pretend like I played the birds too, chat. And like I'm not just Omega dead. So if I draw FOV, like not playing the birds probably matters if they don't kill me here and I top deck FOV. They're tanking for a long time, which tells me maybe they just don't have it. Cards like Avenger. I mean, you're never beating Landfall. Or not Landfall, but they got a Vexing Bobble to stop FOV. Okay. Kills my Druid. Okay, not playing the birds might actually come back to bite me here. I could just hard cast FOV, so I don't really understand the reasoning behind this. I think they 1000% should just put a blade on a brood scale. This deck's never beating land destruction. Land destruction is probably an impossible matchup. Yo, I still need to draw FOV. Alternatively, I suppose Oof's not bad. Outland Liberator is probably pretty okay too. FOV mention counter, 17. About to be 18. Top deck FOV, FOV, FOV. Put it up to 20 for you. One field of view. If you had Linvala in play and turned their Urza Saga into a creature, it couldn't tap for mana or make constructs. How am I going to turn into a creature? Earthbend their land with Cub. Somebody want to give me a legal play? Now I found the blade. Which means I gotta chump block with this Druid Arbor. Well, my Druid Arbor was made for chumping, I guess. I don't think I could win from here. I think I just need way too much. If only I had drawn in Linval, I did not be able to tutor out. Man. Pyro would be a great draw here. In the face of the Grafdigger's Cage, where I can't put my Devoted Druid back into play from the graveyard. Yeah, I don't know about that. Do it anyways, he won't notice. The only thing that's a good draw here is like maybe Boseiju. But even if I draw Boseiju, I'm pretty sure I just don't have enough mana to be able to do anything else. What are you doing all this for? The cracked Vexing Bauble? Yeah, Speaker would be pretty good here, yeah. So maybe we should trim a Rhythm and trim a Zenith instead. If they're gonna be like Grafdigger's Cage. Can we find a way to play Twisted Image? It's not the Spellskite era. I got bad news for you. Spellskite won a challenge today. No, Timmy. Don't kill my Birds of Paradise and draw a card. I will literally never be able to recover. You and your incessant cages. Having 2 Viziers is kind of clutch here. I also think about maybe just discarding this Nature's Rhythm, because I could flash it back if I kill the cage later. Cozy's Command. What a wonderfully comfortable command. You know, Badger Ball is a good draw. We'll see if they have another Kozilek's command for it. The Pyroclasm. Yeah, I played against this opponent before. We realized that the first time they misspelled Siege Rhino in their name. It's like Timmy levels of misspelling, too. You're a good speller. You just can't say something that's not cap, can you? Just not possible. Can we stop bullying Timmy? Why? Give me one good reason. Because Lantern won the challenge. Oh. You know what? That is a pretty good reason. Option N is crazy. You have no idea how to make a bowl. That's okay. My Shang-Chi. Is their hand just pure removal? Just nothing but removal over there? Warping Whale. The hell? Why do you have so much removal? They played a Kozilek's command, a Pyroclasm, an Unholy Heat, and a Warping Whale. Found another Brood Scale. I might have to pop this Saga. Yeah, pop the saga, chat. They have 2 brood scales in their hand. I need to draw FOV. I always just need to draw FOV. Maybe I should play 4. Tell your mom you'd love her. I do. She's a nice lady. Okay, well, that goes FOV off the table. FOV counter up to 21. To 23. Don't drop blade, please. No blade. Flash triggers, whatever. Come on, devoted druid. I need you right now. Yeah, it's like pretty much a devoted druid. I think there's anything worth tutoring other than devoted druid. Probably not. I get Fiend Artisan. I guess I can't tutor anything anyways, right? So it's kind of pointless. Can't play Collector with this turn. Yeah, I think it's just get a Druid and pray don't die. It's gonna be a lot of prey. No, ancient stirrings. No, 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 no blade, no blade. Top 5, no blade. Walking Ballista. It's pretty bad for me. I might just be dead. I mean, I'm trying my best to draw FOV. I can't seem to do it. Oh, man. This is a brutal game. I kind of just needed to dodge one draw step from them. Yo, Mug, thank you for the 5-bomb. Appreciate ya. Megan, thank you for the follow as well. I did to them attacking all, sacking the ballista. Guess not. More devoted druids. Grand. Sorry, team, it's impossible to start a poll. Can't be done. How many cards down was it? Oh, I was never getting there. There it is. 3 FOVs in the bottom 25. Is that average? I think that's a little bit below average. That's brutal. Jumping on game 3. Alright, I guess we're just gonna chill then. Been a fast tournament today. I guess that means I could take a second, chat, to tell you all about our sponsor of the stream this month, Opera GX. If you haven't yet downloaded Opera GX, using my affiliate link, operagx.gg/YungDingo affiliate. All you gotta do is download Opera, install it, visit one website, and then you can do whatever you want with it afterwards. If you decide, hey, maybe this browser isn't for me, that's all you gotta do. You already supported me. Go ahead, uninstall it, go back to your old browser. But if you decide, hey, you know that this browser is pretty customizable, there's a lot I can do with it, I think I'm gonna give it a try for a while. Hey, that helps me out too. But either way, chat, visit operagx.gg/YungDingo affiliate so I can keep doing what I'm doing every single day. Also, what do we think about this Averbrook Caretaker? I've been staring at this card. I've never seen it before. I don't know if it's any good. Why I oughta. Oh, don't tell Timmy how to make a poll. Do you think this card's good, chat? I wish it said that you could pump itself. Sorry, let me put it in actual frame here. Oh, this card's not in your collection. Sorry, you can't look at it because it's not in your collection. Criminy. What, pumping theyself? Oh my god. Well, I don't know. It's like one more mana than Sigarda. And it doesn't have evasion. And it can't pump itself until nighttime. I don't know. Leatherhead's too small. Like, Leatherhead... Well, Leatherhead's a flying card. Leatherhead's usually, too small to push through Quantum Riddlers, Overlords, and it even trades with, like, Solitude plus something else. So I don't think it's good enough. I could just play a 4th FOV. I've been losing a lot to Brood Scale, and it's just every time I haven't drawn an FOV. It's like my #1 way of losing against Brood Scale. So I was like, I could be a massive hater and just play 4 FOVs. Splash blue for Atraxa. I mean, we could green Sunzeta for an Atraxa. I mean, I do think that Brood Scale is probably top 3, if not the best deck right now. Ellersnorn and Mother Machines are blink, but you just died with Riddlers. Well, the problem with Ellersnorn, like, I want something that's Green Sun Zenithable. Because I think playing a lot of stuff that you can get off of Nature's Rhythm, but not Green Sun Zenith, has been pretty detrimental. But then again, we have more formidable speakers now, so maybe the pipeline of formidable speaker for one of these silver bullets isn't too bad. I don't know how I feel about this Wirewood symbiote either. I haven't thought of a situation where I'd want to go tutor up the Wirewood symbiote. But like, I see the vision. I think I see the vision anyways. Could also protect my devoted druids, which is nice. It's also ramp for Devoted Druid, I suppose. If I have like a ley line, let's say I have like a ley line plus a Shang-Chi, then I can make 4 mana with my Devoted Druid, bounce it back to my hand, play her for 2, and then make 4 mana again, and untap something else. Could like untap the Shang-Chi while I'm at it. So I mean, that's a lot of mana with the Devoted Druid. So maybe this card's not too bad. I'm curious to see today if there ever comes up a situation where Wirewood Simbi is exactly what we need to get to win the game. And if it comes up even once where I'm like, okay, this Wirewood Simbi just won me a game, it's probably worth playing. If I never tutor up this Wirewood Symbiote, it's probably better off as either a Birds of Paradise or a Formidable Speaker. I don't know, four Formidable Speakers is a lot of Formidable Speakers, but also Speakers so damn good. So gosh dang good. I also played a Renegade Rallier today, and Renegade Rallier seemed overall pretty unimpressive. I'm not sure I was super happy with Renegade Rallier, because sometimes I just didn't have fetch lands to crack. So I'd have to like sacrifice my own Devoted Druid to kick the Renegade Rallier, or revolt the Renegade Rallier. And at that point, I have to get back to Devoted Druid, so it's like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Besides like losing mana. I guess being able to sacrifice the Renegade Rallier to the Fiend Artisan is kind of nice. But I don't know, Renegade Rallier is overall pretty unimpressive. Wirewood Symbiote, I think, has potential. The meta is super hostile for this deck right now. Which is why I'm trying to come up with a build that's more resilient to just like a pile of removal spells. But man, a pile of removal spells is just so effective against this deck. It's hard. Yeah, like people are playing Curse Totem, Clarion Conqueror, Grafdigger's Cage, Kozilek's Command is kind of a beating, Lava Dart, Yawgmoth, I don't know. There's just a lot of bullshit to deal with if you're playing this deck. Which is like, you know what? It's probably time to pivot back to Storm and just play Storm. Maybe I should take Storm to the 5k tomorrow. Everybody's gonna have a million removal spells in their deck. I'm gonna play a Ruby Medallion. No, I don't like Spring Heart and Antuco. I think that card's bait. Isn't there a... Oh, that's an emote. Isn't there a GG tutor card that gets back cards from the graveyard? Green Green X? And there's a Meritus. There's Eternal Witness. Are we talking about Finale? Yeah, but Finale is much worse than Rhythm for this deck in specific. Like, Rhythm being a double tutor is so important. I think you're probably... You could play, like, the first Finale. But playing the first Finale doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Because you have no way of tutoring up Finale, right? You want your win cons to be tutorable. And if one of your win cons is just not tutorable, it's like, why even play it over, like, Formidable Speaker? Like, it's probably good for getting Vizier, but again, you just can't tutor Finale. I don't think it makes any sense to play it. Unless you're going to play, like, 4 copies, but if you're playing 4 copies, like, then you have 12 search effects, because both of these are better than Finale. And if you're really worried about, like, I don't know, your Vizier not being reanimatable, is that a word? Reanimatable? You just play a second one like I am. I don't even know if playing a second one's correct. I think I just got PTSD from like having one of them be solitude and then not being able to win. Or one of them got hit by a Ragavan against Zoo one time. Holy schmoly, I was just in shambles after Ragavan hit off the top of my deck. A Malira. Can we play Malira? I don't know if Malira works here. It doesn't work with Druid, right? Otherwise, it would just be better, unless you're talking about this one. If you get one or more poison counters, you can't get additional poison counters. Choose another target creature artifact when the creature. And this one says you can't get poison counters. Creatures you control can't have -1/-1 counters on them. Creatures your opponent controls lose an effect. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you can't pay the cost, right? Which is unfortunate because this would be like so much better than playing Vizier. Yeah, I mean, if it did work, it would be amazing. What was that one Malira, the Living Cure combo deck? It was Renegade Rallier, Goblin Bombardment, Malira, right? Because then you exile. Oh, it exiles. Hold on. No, there's some combo deck. Oh, it's Safi. That's right, Safi. Safi Renegade Rallier, Goblin Bombardment. This one exiles, sadly. Kind of a bummer that this one exiles. That deck was sweet. I don't know if there's ever like a reason to play Safi, Bomba, Rallier anymore. I feel like it just got power gripped by like every other combo deck in the format. That was one of the all-timers. It's probably pretty good against Devoted Druid, funny enough. Just because it's playing 4 copies of Goblin Bombardment. I was also thinking about playing a Jennifer Walters. Or like a Voice of Victory style effect. I just don't know when I'd ever tutor that. I feel like this deck doesn't really have like a lot of excess tutors to be tutoring cards like that. You'd want to tutor it in like the grindy games, but it's not that hard to remove a Jennifer Walters against the removal heavy decks anyways. It's probably better if you like Tyvar into it. But then again, Tyvar's so random. But I was thinking about Jennifer Walters. Jennifer Walters could have potential. Like there's probably a non-zero amount of the time where you can flip it very easily. But at the same time, like, is that better? Or is that good, I should say? You also just can't tutor with Greens on Zenith. Is Tron even playable right now? Tron's like okay. I'd put Tron as like a mid-tier deck right now. I'm trying to think what my tier list would be of decks at the moment. Root scale might be at the very tippity top for me personally. Okay, what do I want to put back with his hand? If I go turn 1 Bird, turn 2 Badger, Shang-Chi. Man, I want to keep all of these. I guess I could put back Fiend Artisan. I think Brute Scale is the worst K command deck right now. I think it's the best K command deck. What do you think is the best K command deck if it's not Brood Scale? Okay, what do you define by like best K command deck because it is the best deck that has K command in it, but it's not necessarily the best deck at utilizing K command. You know, Tron's the best K command deck. It's the best at utilizing K command, but it is not better than Brute Scale in my opinion. Brute Scale isn't playing Kolaghan's command. Okay, boomers. All of you, including me. I watched a couple of people play some 2015 or yeah, I think it was 2014 Theros Return to Ravnica Standard at the 5K today between rounds. That shit was peak, chat. Rakdos Return versus Sphinx's Revelation. Can I stop getting entombed on by these lucky ass Gorios players? I swear, man. They have it too easy. Come on. I felt that spiritually. Okay, Mr. Sunshine. Emotional support Dryad Arbor. My Badger. Mole Man. I think that was Solitude chat. %. Probably. Maybe even a force. I guess there's no real reason to not just animate this layer. I'm like trying to think if there's actually a 5-head move here. I'm not sure there is a 5-head move. I could like make infinite mana and do nothing with it. I can grab a Fiend Artisan. Do I have a 5-head move here, chat? I'm like trying to think, what if I grab a Wirewood Symbiote? Does that do anything? I could Speaker, untap Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi make 4 creature ability mana. Well, I could Vizier Druid, but then like I'm not doing anything else. I'm trying to think if I could generate more value. AKA win the game here. A Wirewood Symbiote could also just untap Layer of the Hydra. But then like I'm not doing anything with it. It would have to be like a Fiend Artisan line, I think. But I don't think I have a Fiend Artisan line, do I? No, oh, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Intrepid. And I don't think there is. So if that's the case, I grab the Druid, and then I Rhythm for the Fiend Artisan. But then I just have to rely on the Fiend Artisan. Whereas this way I have a Rhythm in my graveyard also. I don't know. My brain's too small for this also. I know I don't want this layer to be a creature though. I should get Dryad Arbor here. I think that's all I can do. Wow, that was complicated. I can't wait to lose to Atraxa Ephemerate. Bin's a frog. Yeah, this deck's hard as fuck. Druid had a rough time in the super. I'm not surprised. It seems like the meta is very, very hateful toward it right now. Do they have 2 Gorios? They have a Spider-Man. Yeah, that means I'm dead, right? I can discard 17 cards of this frog. Guess I should untap his birds, huh? Could have also held the Fiend Artisan for next turn and just untap the birds, but I just kind of assumed I wasn't gonna die. And then I died. They had to think significantly less than me, which I think is personally unfair. I feel like Wirewood Symbiote was like almost good. And then I just didn't have another card in my hand to discard the Formidable Speaker. I don't know, maybe I just leave it in for testing purposes. Imagine I don't need this Besage. I could shut off Frog. It shuts off Frog and it shuts off... shutting off Frog Fire. Shuts off Gristlebrand also. It just gets solituded, so it's probably not that good. Sigarda might be okay here. But then again, they are a combo deck. I like Sigarda more for Esper Blink. I think in this matchup, it's harder to justify Sigarda. Because they can kill me pretty quickly. Solitude matchups are also where I want 2 Viziers. So let's just trim like that. This hand could be good. Wake up, Omnum. Wake up. Liliana's edicting you. Your opponent just played a Thoughtseize into a Dark Confidant, and now Liliana's edicting you. What do you do? I need to surveil. I'm gonna badger up this Lush Portico. Never mind. NVM. Alright. First time didn't go so well, but I think the second time's the charm. So if I want to play around Pest Control, I also want to play around Wrath Disguise, though. I think that means I don't play anything else. Druid like a Giga Chad. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Top deck, nothing, Smosh. What did well in the showcase today? I'm kind of curious. Jeskai. Jeskai energy? Oh, it's just red white energy with Riddler. Oh hi. Oh hi, Craterhoof. Yeah, I thought Lantern won for a second also. Four color hollow one got second place. The Rock got third place, which is actually just Necro with Witherbloom Charm. Prowess, Cutter, Gorios. Cosmo Thud top aided him. And Eldrazi. Interesting. Grixis Reanimator, Demir Midrange, Boros Energy, Esper Blink, Grixis Reanimator, Goryo's Vengeance, Esper Blink. Blue-white Control. That's so much Gorios. Holy. Speaking of so much Gorios. What's this Cosmo Thud looking like? Looks like a stock list. They're playing a Providence. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do at the beginning of your first upkeep, your life total becomes 26. Holy. This is next level. Holy schmoly. Rip Shang-Chi. You know. They're playing Clarion Conqueror. What the fuck? I can't be playing this devoted Druid deck, chat. Like, what the hell? We're just on Clarion Conqueror in our fucking Goryo's deck now? Crazy. Control F Clarion Conqueror. I don't think creative's enough to kill them, right? Because I have to tap everything, and I have to untap Devoted Druid, and that's 5. I have a Solitude. I don't think there's anything I can get that's gonna help me out here. Was it because I can't beat this Solitude? No, but Tyvar wouldn't help me here either, I don't think. Well, maybe Tyvar would. The Solitude's still gonna kill me. Because they could just Solitude the Devoted Druid. I can get Formidable Speaker, discard the Creator of, grab Vizier, but that doesn't do anything either. I kinda need this Creator Hoof to win. Green Sun Zenith for Cub. Might do something. Maybe I'm thinking too small. Because I could hoof first. And then I could grow my Devoted Druid. I could add like 5 more green mana. Does that do anything? I don't think so. It's a cool idea though. I think this is the same no matter how I sliced it. Wait, does layer become something? Well, that's kind of cool. Maybe I should have made layer the 7/7. Because I could have pumped it with the Devoted Druid. That'd been kind of cool. Could have given it like +3/+3. I think I messed up here. I could have been attacking for 21. Problem is, it still doesn't beat this lifelinker. I feel like I have to mess up here and block the devoted druid. Oh. Yeah, maybe they have another Solitude. I wasn't really paying attention to what they drew. They drew like 10,000 cards. Lame. Boy, another Solitude. Maybe they deck. I highly doubt they're gonna deck. I just needed a Boromir. Boromir would have carried here. Not beat Clarion Conqueror. I have a question, chat. Is this card good in Storm? I don't think so. I like the idea. Harpooner wouldn't have saved me there. I was already super dead. Brian Cook made a video saying he thinks it sucks. It's probably too expensive, right? I like that you can have, like, I guess, an alternate win condition for when you don't have to grape shot them, but like needing to have a wizard in play means you can't just go off with Ruby. Which probably makes this thing bad. Certainly an interesting idea. I wonder if it's like a decent wish target. Probably not. I was thinking about this today. I just don't. I see the vision, but I don't see the vision, if that makes sense. I think if the creature costed 2 instead of 3, it'd be a lot more playable. Alrighty, chat. I gotta wake up at 7 a.m. or some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just play Storm tomorrow. The meta is so hostile toward Devoted Druid right now. I feel like it's hard to justify playing Devoted Druid in this meta. It kind of reminds me of like a Dredge-esque strategy where it's like better when everybody forgets about it. But when this is a known quantity, people just bring the hate. They bring the hate, they don't stop bringing the hate, let me tell you. Shee. Alrighty, chat. I'm gonna play the 5K tomorrow. How you doing, Shalovsky? I just saw that message, sorry. So I'm gonna be up early. So with that, I bid thee farewell. Tomorrow, same plan as today. If I scrub out, I'll be on early. If not, I'll be on late. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm gonna go for somebody to raid chat. And I will see you tomorrow. Maybe early, maybe late. Tournaments are like a box of chocolates. You should download Opera GX to support me. Send you over to read them.